Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we'll be looking at the markets, looking at Bitcoins. Finally went over $12,000. It kind of finally went over the 11,800. So my title is a bit out of date already. I only wrote it about an hour and a half ago, not even an hour and a half ago, about an hour ago. So it's broken through 11,800 and it tried 6 times on the 4-hour chart. It didn't make it. It's done it on the 7th time, smashed through it, smashed through 12,000. So it looks like 12,600 is the next level it's going to go up. But we'll kind of take a look at the chart as well. Okay, if you can go down to like button, hit that like button if you're watching just now. That would be fantastic. Really does help the channel. Channel is growing ever so slightly. Not that much, but it's growing. That's the main thing. Unlike my portfolio. But I'm glad to go out with XRP. A lot of people have been talking about kind of XRP and written to me privately about XRP, saying, why did you get out? I thought you were going to hold them. I'm going to get back into XRP. It's just a matter of, okay, I need to trade more to get more XRP. Because I thought, okay, this is looking like it's still going down. So I got out 2,900. It did go down to 2,600. So I've saved myself another 10% drop from there. But I'm in a trade just now, probably stuck in for a long time because Bitcoin has just shot up again. So we'll need to wait and see kind of what happens. If it works out, all well and good. Even if it goes up a wee bit, then I can get back in and get more kind of XRP for the future. So yeah, that was my thinking behind that. For the XRP trade, a lot of people were saying, why did you do that? And a lot of people were saying, you're quite right, just cut your losses. And I think that's what it is, just cutting the losses. But once XRP goes up and it starts to look as if it's going up, it crosses on the daily or the 4-hourly, then I will get back into XRP. But we'll talk about that more. We just need to kind of get into the chat and see who's in, if anybody's in. Just see if we've got the live chat. We have got the live chat. Is it live though? Yeah, I've got a few people watching. Okay, sorry about this. We'll just dive over just now. We have Crypto Don Juan is in the house. Thank you very much for the $10 donation, mate. Really appreciate that. And the very first person in as well. Hit them likes. It's saying thank you, Crypto Don Juan. Really appreciate that. Andreas is in the house. Chris Camus is in the house. Stephen King, Natasha Sakamoto, Debbie C. Bonjour. Kim said I'll be a bit late. She's gone to the boulangerie. Excellent. Scottish Bill is in the house. Good to see you back. Crypto Cannabis, Tim Gash is back with us. Pascal Amsterdam, Mitch Dieter, Crypto Miner, Chris from Edinburgh. Dave Finn, one of our Brown admins, is in. Mac Pollen is in the house as well. B is in. It's still early days for XRP. Oh, totally early days. I'm still totally 100% bullish on it. I've just sold mine just now just so I can trade to get more Bitcoin, to get more XRP basically. Nick Evans, good morning to you. Cooklet is in. Good morning to you as well. Good to see you here. Okay, let's look at the markets overall. What's happening overall? Nope. We have a market capitalization of nearly $318 billion. Up massively, obviously because of the Bitcoin price going up, shooting past $12,000. Bitcoin dominance up to 68.5%, the highest it's been in 2 years as well. So it's shooting up just now. Okay, let's look at the winners and losers. We have Tron Classic, volume, nothing, so it doesn't even matter. ABBC coin is up 30%, Quant is up 14%, Digibyte is up 13%, that's only 3 in double-digit greens. We've got about, in dollar value, we've got about 40% in the green, 60% in the red. Japan Content down 20%, Aurora, PundiX, Egretia, GX Chain, Ogre, Zcoin, Verge all down as well in dollar value. However, let's look at Satoshi value. Satoshi value, ABBC coin is up 32%, Quant, Digibyte, Decred, Bytecoin, Clipper up a few percentage points, but not much. There's only about 10% in the green in Satoshi value. Japan Content, all those are kind of down in Satoshi value as well, as we've seen in dollar value. So in Satoshi value, if we're looking at the kind of BTC value, then everybody's, most of the alts are down just now. So that's kind of what we have to look at if we're going to cash out. and we want to kind of trade for more Bitcoin. We're looking at the Satoshi value if we're trading for Bitcoin. If you're trading for dollars, obviously you can cash out in dollars with these as well, on some of them, not all of them. So that's why I think it's still better looking at Satoshi value, because ultimately you're looking to collect or accumulate more Bitcoin as you're trading. But we'll go back to USD. Okay, we'll look at the markets overall, and this is all the cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. And we now have 2,426 listed on CoinMarketCap, up about 6, probably more than that from yesterday. So who is up? CryptoNex is the highest, 60% up over the last 24 hours on 6.8 million volume. That's good volume. ABBC coin, obviously we've seen that. IDOS, Canine is up 34%. Thornext, haven't heard of that as well, 106,000 volume. Don't know the market cap. Euclid coin, market cap of 1.4 million, up 23% on 160,000 volume. Cryptic coin, 1.7 million market cap, up 16%. Okay, over the 7 days, who's done well over the last 7 days? Everycoin, Minex, BitBook Gambling. Gambling's always a good one for the blockchain, but 68 million volume already, market cap already. So a bit high for a hidden gem. Any hidden gems? Hacking, up 77% on 119,000. There's a few in there. That's why we look at this, just to see if we can dig out some hidden gems. It's going to be difficult for the looking for hidden gems just now, because Bitcoin has gone up so much, but obviously there's still a lot of opportunities out there to find good quality projects for the future. Okay, we'll just see who else has joined us. Mark Innes, thank you very much for the $10 Australian dollar donation. Really appreciate that. Hello, Stephen, the CYT team, and thanks for the great advice. My pleasure, mate. My pleasure. It's brilliant coming on in the morning. Love talking to you in the morning, and it does make my morning, I have to admit. High Plains Drifter is in. Maina Kuma is in, or Kamau. Sorry, how do you pronounce that? Let me know. Fasil Koka is in, or Koku. Alt season. There's no sign of alt season at the moment. Scottish Bull, my favourite altcoin, Nash, having a good run. Yeah, we'll look at Nash as well. I like Nash. And something I was thinking about, and I spoke to one of my friends about as well when we were talking about crypto, is looking for a really good coin that's kind of got low market cap, say anywhere under say 50 million for the market cap, and just go all in on that. Not all in, but put a lot of money into that and just waiting it kind of going up. But you'd have to be kind of almost certain that it was going to go up. Nash could be one of those. They'd say it's almost certain to kind of go up and expand more, I think. So I do like Nash, Scottish Bull. Mark Ennis, thanks again, mate. Been a pleasure talking to you over the last couple of weeks as well. We're talking kind of privately, myself and Mark, about kind of hidden gems and that, and he's doing brilliant with the hidden gems. So well done, mate. Jean is in the house. Welcome to you. Joe Cook is back with us. Good to see you, Joe. Litecoin is solid as well, definitely. Honest Crypto Journey is in the house. Welcome to you. Stuart, I don't know if you've done any more videos. I don't know. I don't think I've seen any more videos of yourself. So just let me know how you're getting on with that, if you need a hand with anything. John Graham is in the house as well. Welcome to you. Okay, we'll look at the Bitcoin chart. 12,171. Okay, we're going to look at the 4-hour chart. This is what my heading was all about, 7 times lucky. So we've seen yesterday that Bitcoin, and this was about 5 o'clock in the morning yesterday, Bitcoin tried to get to 11,800 and came back down and finished at 11,706 on the 4-hour. Kind of tried to break 11,800 again and again here and again and again and again. Finally this morning it broke through 11,800, smashed through it in fact, and went up to 12,300, the top price. So we're now looking at a different resistance point. So 11,800 was resistance, smashed it, we've passed that now. 12,000 is a new resistance, and we've still got, well, we've got about 20 minutes to finish on this, so it looks as if the green candle is going to smash or go through the 12,000. So the next level that we're looking at for support, resistance. So we're looking at resistance lines here. We're looking round about 12,600. That's going to be your next level of resistance. Next level after that, we're talking, say, around about 13,000. After that, you're going to a new yearly high past 14,000, and we could even get past to 15,000 like we were talking about yesterday. So that is the levels of resistance just now. So it's looking good. It is looking good for Bitcoin at the moment. Not so looking good for the alts, unfortunately. And I couldn't believe it when I was kind of looking at Binance this morning. I've seen some of the alts like Dent, PundiX, Win, BTT, Hot, Encash, just all kind of low Satoshi value ones. So PundiX, between 4 and 5 Satoshi. It's crazy. In fact, we'll look on kind of Binance just now. So who's the tops? We've got Win. It's not really 33% up. It's only because it's between 3 and 4 Satoshi. It was 3 Satoshi about exactly 24 hours ago, obviously, and it's went up. Somebody's bought it, so it's not really 33% up. It's just moved up 1 Satoshi. So if you look at the order books, 5.2 billion to buy at 3 Satoshi, 4.8 billion to sell at 4 Satoshi. So it's kind of 50-50 on that. So we need to wait and see kind of what happens with that. We'll look at the other low Satoshi volume ones, or Satoshi value. 4 and 5 for PundiX. Never thought I would see this low for PundiX. And this is literally the all-time low for PundiX. Win is the next one. Dent is another one, but 4 and 5 Satoshi. 4 and 5, and I know a few people bought up on that in the high 20s or the low 20s as well, and it's just went all the way down from there. BTT down to 7 Satoshi, between 6 and 7 Satoshi BTT. Hot is down as well. Out of all of them, probably Hot might be Win as well. Win because it just came on. It's never had a run, and obviously it came in at a bad time, so that might do well. Dent, but I think all of these will do well, to be honest. MFT I don't think it's going to do well. I think it's not going to survive the altcoin purge. Encash, I don't know if that's going to survive it. Key as well. But I think there's now 31 coins under 100 Satoshi. No, there's more than that now. It's probably about 32, 33 under 100 Satoshi, which is an indication of where we're going with the alts just now, because only a few months ago there was only about 5 under 100 Satoshi. Like MFT, for example, that used to be above 100 Satoshi. We're only talking 10/02 February. Yeah, we're talking 4 or 5 months ago. So unbelievable. So for me, this it's not good news for the alts. It's good news if you're holding a quality project. And I've been looking. I don't know whether to share this or not. I probably will share it. Looking at coins that are going to survive the altcoin purge in the top 100. I've just been going down. I've only managed to get about 40 or something, and it's a crazy way of doing it. It's a crazy way of determining if it's going to survive the altcoin purge or not. But it's only one way I can think of just now. I'm going to show you just now, actually. I'll just see. So altcoin purge. So this is a list I've got just now. I've only done about 60. I've got about 63 or something. So altcoin purge survivor. I've just got yes, no, or borderline. So Ethereum, yes. XRP, definitely yes. Litecoin, yes. Bitcoin Cash, borderline. Binance, yes. EOS, yes. Bitcoin SV, borderline. Stellar, borderline. Cardano, yes. Tron, borderline. Monero, no, I've got. I'm going to give you my reasoning behind this, and this is not obviously 100% foolproof. It's probably 100% foolish, more like, but I'm just going to show you. Leo, borderline. Dash, no. Tezos, yes. Neo, borderline as well. IOTA, which surprised me as well. Neo, no. IOTA, no. Chainlink, yes. Cosmos, borderline. Ethereum Classic, no. Maker, borderline. as well. NEM was no, Ontology yes, Crypto.com, CRO yes, Zcash no, Doge yes, Bitcoin Gold no, Basic Attention Token yes, VeChain yes, Qtum no, Decred borderline. So you could take the borderlines as, and I'll show you why in a second. So a lot of these, who's are the no's? Bytum no, Seacoin no, Bitcoin no. We've got BitShares no, Digibyte. We've got Digibyte as borderline. Icon no. Bitcoin Diamond no. Lisk no as well. So the way I've kind of determined this is if it's pumped in the past kind of year or so, by more than say 100%. So for me, if a coin is going to survive, obviously there's going to be a lot of attention on it, there's going to be a lot of people getting into it, there's going to be a lot of people jumping into it. When the market for Bitcoin is down and when people are selling Bitcoin and going into the alts, what alts are they going into? So alts that they go into is going to be popular ones obviously, and ones that people think are going to go up. So it usually tends to pump, or not pump, but go over from its low to by over 100%. So we're going to look at some of these. So Ethereum, for example. And Ethereum, because it's a lot, there's more to it than this, because Ethereum's obviously one of the first kind of altcoins. Ethereum's going to be here a long time, so it doesn't matter if it's pumped 100% or not. But if we look at Ethereum, BTC, and we'll go on a daily. And we're talking about obviously the past, within the past year or so as well. So the past year, we've had a few kind of jumps in dollar value as well as kind of BTC value. We've had a jump there of 59%. We've had a jump here of 70%. Jump here of 41%. So we've had a few kind of near 100% jumps. Had 100% jump here as well. Obviously, that was kind of borderline as well. That was in December 2018 when they kind of also were going up. So it has to be within the last kind of year we're talking about. So really from here onward. So Ethereum, because it's one of the first timers as well, obviously it's going to survive as well, the altcoin purge. Same with XRP, same with Litecoin. Bitcoin Cash, I just don't see it surviving at all. I think I just don't see it surviving. Binance, yes, obviously that's still pumping just now. It's went over 100%. EOS, let's look at EOS, kind of going by that criteria as well. EOS BTC. So over the last year, kind of look, March 2018, I still say that was borderline, so up 330%. So what that tells me is that people are getting out to BTC. What they're going into is obviously EOS went 394%. It's kind of went up after that as well from its low, 155% as well, 50%. So that tells me that there is a lot of interest in EOS. And it's a very crude way of doing it. I know that, I'm admitting that just now, so I'm not saying this is kind of in any way foolproof or it's very scientific. It's just looking at what people get into once they get out of Bitcoin and once they all start pumping. If we go for a no and look at the first no, Monero. If we look at Monero, XMR Bitcoin. I've not really had any pumps for people getting into Monero. Once kind of Bitcoin starts going down, I've had a 40% there. That's August 2018, so just kind of make it. Had 20% there, 35% there. I've never really had anything since then. So for me, it kind of tells us that there's not enough interest. There's not enough interest in Monero to say this is going to survive the altcoin purge. So when people are getting out of Bitcoin, as I said, what coin did they go into? Monero is not one of those coins that they've gone into. Dash, same with Dash as well. Dash had a kind of run up a wee bit. Just have a look at Dash. Dash BTC. I'm very cautious with saying this because I know it's going to be controversial. Dash 53%, 56%. So not a lot of people are thinking about Dash when they're going into the alts. So I don't think it's going to survive the altcoin purge. Same with IOTA. Ethereum Classic, I was really bullish on that, but looking at the charts and going on by this kind of criteria. And as I said, I know it's not scientific criteria. I'm just trying to find some kind of criteria for looking for the coins that are going to survive the altcoin purge. Look at Link, for example. If you look at Link, I mean, look at that. They were pod, what is a 300% climb? 305%. On more than a couple of occasions, we've had over 100% jumps in Chainlink. It shows there's a lot of interest in it. And that's even with kind of Bitcoin still going up as well. So I don't know what you think of that. Let me know what you think. I know it's probably a crazy way of doing it, but I just started doing it just kind of at the weekends when I was having a crypto weekend off. I was just kind of, I look for all these crazy formulas and look for things in the charts that nobody else sees, but most people see something or somebody sees something. And I thought nobody's really talked about the altcoin purge and what ones are going to survive. Apart from there was one article that kind of looked at it, and somebody had kind of provided that in the premium group. I'll try and get a link for the article for you. BSM Pundy XXX, yeah. Honest Crypto Journal, last couple of weeks been out in the car morning to night, 7 days a week. Life has been too hectic, but getting back to normal. So we'll be kicking off again soon. Good. Look forward to your videos, Stuart. Scottish Bull, Bab. Yeah, Bab. Yeah. What about BTT? ICX saying no. Listen, I said, I know that it's not scientific, it's not a foolproof way of doing it. It's just a very crude way of kind of looking at it. Jason Clayton, too many people have lost on speculation and pumps. Fundamentals and utility are king, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And that's even more evident just now, and that's why I think a lot the altcoin purge is going to happen and a lot of coins are just going to totally disappear. High Points Drift, I like your reasoning, Steve. I kind of thought it was okay reasoning as well, but then I realised that it's not the be all and end all about it kind of going up and what people are getting into once Bitcoin starts going down, once they start selling the BT into the alts. But I think it's as good a way as any just now to look at what could survive and what might not survive the altcoin purge. Having said that, there's going to be a few coins, and I'm going to look at this just now. MFT BTC. I keep going for mainframe just because I think, because it had it in the last year, 2018. So MFT, it did have a pump in October 2018. 39%, 40%, no. So that wouldn't be one of them. Because I was going to say you can get pump and dumps, which obviously would negate my theory as well. So we wouldn't use the kind of pump and dumps, the ones that go up in a day and come down in a day as well. That's a pump and dump, that's totally different. So you wouldn't class, that would be kind of ruled out, and you'd be able to see that quite clearly as well. And I was looking to see if MFT had a kind of couple of pumps and dumps, and there has been there. 93%, up and down a couple of days. I don't know if you class that as a pump and dump, probably not. So there's going to be a few exceptions, obviously. Just see what else, if there was any. So Neo was borderline for me as well. Neo was borderline, which surprised me as well because I like Neo a lot, but was borderline. So the borderline ones, obviously, could go either way, but probably more on the side of yes, is going to survive it. I was surprised about Ethereum Classic as well because I like Ethereum Classic. Maker was borderline as well. So name, Zcash, and what else did I say? Ravencoin was a definite yes. List was a no. Bitcoin Diamond. Icon was a no. Yeah. ICX. So when was this? 2nd of April 2000. So we just kind of passed that. 80%. So I'd probably put that as borderline actually, if we kind of used the last year and a half. But April, I didn't include the April ones because kind of every alt kind of pumped in April, or most of the alts pumped in April. And if it didn't, it probably wouldn't make it. So I'd have to go from these figures. 87% still okay. 85%. So probably put that as borderline, to be honest. Icon. So that should change to orange after that. Yeah, it's just changed to orange because I've got a couple of conditionals in there. So I'd have to go through that all again and just look at it, but it was very, very quickly I was kind of going through it. What about waves? Waves, Bitcoin. Oh no, waves is in. 21st November 2018. Waves is definitely in. 400%. It's had a pump there, but it looked like a pump and dump. 43%. Going on this run up, the waves would definitely be surviving the altcoin purge. Going on that run up. So I think waves is okay, and that's within the last year. And here I was talking about in April, most of the alts kind of went up. So I've discounted the April 2018 because that's when we had an altcoin season. That was when the altcoin season was in. That's another 86%. So waves on this would definitely be up, although it's never really done much since then, for a full year nearly. Adam Forrest, I think the only safe place is GBP, USD or BTC for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I think so. I still think there's trading opportunities out there, so I still think we should be mostly into BTC, or our favourite kind of large cap, favourite being kind of XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, Cardano, Binance, whatever. Binance, need to wait and see what happens in September to see where they're going to go. I still think it's going to be huge, but September is going to be a pivotal moment for them. Yeah, so I think BTC is good for just now, having a lot in BTC, but we can still trade for BTC. At least that's what I do. Chris Camus, what about, we all said that already. Sorry, just saw it was a yes. Did I put waves in there as a yes? Find waves. Oh yeah, put that in as a yes. Nash. I would imagine that'll be, I won't be able to get it on that, so I'll be able to go to charts. I was going to look at a couple of news stories as well, but I can leave that just now. I've still got lots of time anyway. Nash Exchange, BTC. Oh yeah. That's only came on a couple of months ago, so that's going to kind of negate it as well. We'd have to look at that on its own merits because it's only came on a couple of months ago, obviously. But having said that, 60% rises, 47% rises. And since it came on in April, obviously the big kind of downturn in the alts. But you'd have to look at that in its own merits and say yes, and that would be a yes for surviving and thriving for Nash Exchange. Purely because it's just came on as well. If you look to the likes of Matic, which has recently came on as well. Well, that's had 100% rise already anyway. 1000% rise. That's 50%, 80%. It's risen again, obviously, with Coinbase kind of news. So that would be one that survives as well. Matic. The newer ones are going to be given more weighting as well to see what survives the altcoin purge. Let me know if you think it's a good idea to do a video on this, a separate video altogether, just a 10-minute video on, or 10, 15, 20-minute video on the altcoin purge survivors, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the kind of methodology as well. I know it's not a brilliant one, but let me know what you think of the methodology for doing that as well. Gene, I still think and hope TRX and BTT will pump someday. Probably. probably will do. You know, Justin Sun is just one of those survivors. Whatever happens is going to survive and probably thrive as well. He's just got that mentality. I don't think it's an arrogance. I just think it's that mentality where he's always got that kind of winning attitude, which is a brilliant thing. I just wish to do some things a wee bit different, or I would be really bullish kind of on Tron like I was last year. I was really bullish on Tron. And for that matter, BTT would be kind of be going with that as well. And I would say Wink as well, or Win. But Wink would be as well, because that's obviously what was previously TronBet. How about Yo-Yo? Yo-Yo, we'll have a look at Yo-Yo. That's had a few jumps, hasn't it? 14th of September, probably on 164%, 107%. So that'll be a yes for Yo-Yo. And it's been a prolonged, it's not been a pump and dump, so it's been a prolonged one. Even though it doesn't get much attention, Yo-Yo, it's still had these kind of jumps from lows to highs, 156%, as we said, is a 60%, a couple other 60%ers up and down. A couple of pump and dumps there as well though. Yeah, so I'd say it looks as if Yo-Yo is going to survive as well. This is back in March, April, so you wouldn't count that. 208%, you wouldn't count that because all the alts jumped in April last year. So yeah, I'll put that on the yes list. Tim Gash, Steve, is your apartment burning down? Sirens, then alarms. No, I know, because we're literally right in the city centre. Or not in the city centre, we're right in the centre of the West End, so we're on a major kind of crossing of the roads. And I've got my window wide open as well, obviously. Could you look at BGogo, please? Yeah, I've looked at that already, and I do like that, but a lot of people are not liking it at the moment. The sentiment around it is kind of up and down just now. So I looked at that at the very beginning, way back when it first came out, and looked at it, I thought this could actually be quite good. When it was going down, I thought, okay, I'm going to buy some here, but I didn't actually invest in them, but it's kind of gone up over the last couple of days. I don't know what the volume is. I think one of the volumes have been discounted. Yeah, 131,000 is excluded because it's on just the BGogo. So I'm not too sure what to make of it, but I do think it could be one of those that does really, really well. So BGogo is making a huge comeback, and BGG aims to be the next 100x coin, August the 3rd. Right, so I'm 50-50 on BGogo, but I think it would be worth, if we had a couple $1,000 or $1,000 or something, or even 500, it'd be worth putting $500 into or $1,000 into. Triple Ripple saying thank you, my pleasure. What about Seagull coin? Yeah, I've got enough of that. Buyer's Road, I guess. Yeah, that's the kind of main part. We're just off Buyer's Road. Any thoughts on GRS? I like GRS, actually. I like GRS for the long term. GRS BTC. Would that survive? Yeah, that would survive as well. The Altcoin Purge. Although it looked... No, it wasn't a pump and dump. But I do like GRS for the long term. 240%. That's a pump though. Yep, so that would survive the Altcoin Purge. That's back in August 2000. That was a pump and dump as well. That's over a space of 3 or 4 days, so that's okay. Yeah, so I like that for long term. Sounds like the seagulls are driving a fire engine around your backyard. I know. It's lovely. See, it's amazing what you get used to, the noises you get used to in the city centre as well. But it must be really often. I love it. I love to hear the sound of the city, to be honest. What a beautiful noise. That wee Neil Diamond song, love that. So it just reminds me when you're in the city as well and you hear all that noise. It just does sound amazing. Natasha Sakamoto, Purge prognosis, useful but fine-tuned with more parameters. Fundamentals, please. Worth the extra video. Yeah, that was kind of my thoughts as well. We need to kind of look at the fundamentals as well. But I was just for quickness, just to go through and say, is it going to be a yes? Is it going to be a no? Is it going to be a maybe? So that's why I've done a very, very quick one. What was the news I was going to look? News I was going to look at. Yeah, Coinbase continues to explore support for new digital assets. Algorand, Cosmos, Dash, Decred, Waves, Ontology, Harmony, and Matic Network, they're thinking about putting them onto Coinbase. Now, putting it onto Coinbase is not big news as it once was, but it still drives all the coins up. We've seen that kind of on Binance as well. So we had Matic gone up about 30% before coming down. One went up before coming back down as well. We had Decred going up, Algo went up, and we had Seller going up as well on the back of that. So a lot of them, most of the altcoins that were kind of listed on here kind of shot up by about 10-20% before coming back down. But that's good news for these coins as well. This news is China loading up on Bitcoin as Yuan gets crushed. So Yuan is getting crushed at the moment just now. So kind of what they're talking about here is saying that the Chinese are loading up because the Yuan is going down big time just now. So the Yuan collapses to a 10-year low against a greenback, are the Chinese loading up on Bitcoin. So I think you're going to get this as the kind of markets go down. You're going to get our investors loading up on Bitcoin. As the dollar goes down, you're going to get that our kind of people invest or loading up on Bitcoin as well. And you're going to get that all around the world. So whenever a kind of currency collapses, which we're going to see more and more of over the coming months, and we're going to see the stock markets collapsing. You're going to see these headlines, are such and such getting into Bitcoin because this has collapsed. So we're going to get this a lot. This is just the start of it, I think. So CNH collapsing, HKD won't be far behind. Mass exodus of capital out of CNH and the Hong Kong dollar. This collapse has just begun. CNBC host and Bitcoin bull ran Nuna. Also echoed sentiment a few hours ago before BTC started pumping. China markets down 0.5%. Hong Kong down 1.5%. Dow futures down 125 points. Bitcoin up 5%. We're entering a new cycle where investors are moving into Bitcoin when equity markets fall. So that could be the case. That could be the case that people are entering to Bitcoin as they would normally do with gold. So normally what would happen is people would enter gold. So we'll just see, we'll look at the stock markets. Is this the gold market? So normally when the stock markets go down, the currency goes down, people enter into gold. Gold has gone up from 1287 to today's price of 1461. So I think that is what's going to start happening. And Kukla was saying this morning on the BBC News, it was mentioning, should we be going into gold and cryptocurrencies? So one of the kind of announcers there was talking about it, or one of the kind of, I'm presuming it was somebody getting interviewed, and they said we need to start hedging and look at kind of gold and cryptocurrencies. So something else as well. But Kukla kind of mentioned that this morning. I didn't see it myself, as Kukla has said, so thanks very much for that. But it just shows you how much things have come along. When even the BBC correspondents or BBC kind of interviewees are saying it might be a good idea to hedge and go into cryptocurrencies or gold or whatever the other one was. I'm sure there was 2 or 3. But we'll look at the markets as well. The Dow Jones. Look at that big, huge kind of drop off there. 6%. Down. So on the daily it's crossed down over. So this could be the start of the markets falling, as we've been talking about for a few months. Where's the FTSE? UKX, big time as well. 7%. So I showed you this a couple of weeks ago and said, okay, when we look on the 4-hour chart and see the 4 hours cross down over, that's when to kind of sell short. Is falling just now. So the full spectrum of markets are falling at the moment across the board. So this is the S&P 500 down big time. The Nikkei has gone back up again. It was down big time, 6%, but it's just starting to climb back over the 20,000 mark. The ASX is down. The Nifty 50 is down as well big time, but that's been going down for a while. And this in New Zealand, 50 index, down big time. So all around the world, stock markets are going down big time. Every single one of them. Gold and Bitcoin are climbing. Crazy, crazy stuff. Kukla, yes, would love to see a video on which coin could survive the altcoin purge. Tim Gash, what's your target sell price to get back into BTC? I'm thinking of swapping some BTC for XRP today. What would do? There's two things you can look at here. So what we'll do with XRP? XRP is 2,628. Crazy. So what we'll do is probably look on the 15-minute chart. So there's two things we can do here to say, okay, when should I get back into XRP or when should I get out of BTC? So we have to look at two charts, XRP, BTC chart and the kind of BTC USD. Look at the 15-minute chart. Once a 7 EMA crosses over the 15 EMA on the 15-minute chart for XRP, that's when to possibly get back in. That'll give you an indication and give you confirmation that it's starting to go back up again. Now, you might be in and out of it, that's the only thing. So we got in here, we could have gone here at 2,920 and it only went to 3,023. Only went up 100 Satoshi or something before coming crashing back down. So you can do that. The other thing to do is look at BTC USD. And again, look at the 15-minute chart. And once the 15-minute crosses down, the 70 EMA crosses down over the 50 EMA on the BTC USD chart, that's when to start looking at alts again. But you'll need confirmation because sometimes what happens is it'll come down and it looks as if it's going to cross over, and it does cross over on the 15-minute but turns back up on the next 15 minutes, so it doesn't really cross over at all. So you have to be really careful. So you probably need about 3 or 4 confirmation candles before doing that. So probably take an hour to confirm if it's going to cross down over. But at the moment, you could have got in on the 15-minute chart 10,733 and you'd have been out with a 9.46% profit at 11,769. So $1,000 profit if you just kind of bought one full Bitcoin at that price. But at the moment, we're on the way up. We're still going up. 12,247. There's no signs of abating just now for Bitcoin. So that's what to do, Tim. I would look at those two indicators for your alts. Look at the 15-minute chart and look at the Bitcoin chart as well. You have to take the two of them together. And you'll notice there's a direct inverse correlation between the price of XRP Bitcoin or Satoshi value kind of XRP and the price of BTC USD. When this goes up, XRP goes down. And if this comes down, even by kind of $100, $200, you'll still see the XRP BTC value going up as well. It shouldn't be like that, but it is like that at the moment. So that's how to kind of look at it. I hope that helps. BNB go really down. So BNB, where's BNB just now? 2,228 or 228,000 Satoshi just now. Yeah, it's fallen off big time. That's on the 15-minute. We'll look on the daily. So where is the support for that? Probably about the 200,000 level for support. It could be that Bitcoin just goes in a massive bull run and they're also going to bleed out further and further and further. So should it be that we just go into Bitcoin just now? At the moment, to be honest, that's what it looks like. Unless you're holding for the long term, that's fine. If you're holding for the long term, that's fine. But if you're seeing it going down and you're thinking it could go down even another 50% or something, should you hold or should you get into BTC just now and then buy back? That would kind of be the question I would be asking myself. Well, that's what I've done with XRP. I thought, okay, enough is enough with XRP. It's going down and down. It got out of 2,900. It's going down. Might get back in or trade my way to get even more than I had. And it was lower kind of down because it obviously had lost that on the margin trading as well. Gino Dow, hello Steve and everyone, smash the likes, thanks very much. Litecoin should be mooning by now because of the halving, or the halvening. LTC USD 97.87, it did get up to 100 and that was daily. It did get up to $107. So it's going up just now, dollar value, obviously that's because Bitcoin is going up. LTC USD, not USD, it should be BTC. Down, you're going down. Yeah, it looks like the Satoshi value is going down for Litecoin. Crypto Don Juan, Steve, keep an eye on the 4-hour golden cross on BTC. BTC USD. Right. So golden cross has occurred already, is it not? 4-hour. And we need to go to, this is the EMA, so close down the EMA. Open up the MA. Ah, right, okay. So the golden cross, typically in the stock market, what people are talking about the golden cross is the 50 MA, that's the moving average, crossing over the 200 MA, which is a 200 moving average, 200 period moving average. So in a 4-hour, it looks as if it's going to cross over there, probably within the next 8 to 12 hours. Looks as if it's going to cross over there. If we look on the 2-hour, probably crossed over. Yeah, it crossed over a while ago at 10,026. So it looks as if we're going to have, what's it like on a daily? Crossover well on a daily. At 4,456. But on a 4-hourly, we're coming up for another crossover. When is this likely to occur? Probably not 1 o'clock, so that's 4 hours time. 5. If it keeps on going up, we could be looking at 8 hours time. We could be looking at the golden cross. And golden cross probably going to occur around about here. Thanks for that, DJ. I didn't actually notice that. But if we look on the daily, interesting to look on the daily. If we kind of just traded Bitcoin and we just used the daily on a kind of crossing, or the 50 and the 200, you could have gone at 4,482. It's still been in it, and you've been up 200%. If that's all you traded on. A lot of people say you can't, because a lot of people have told me and they kind of diss me for saying you cannot trade on the crossovers. You can. Just trade on the crossovers. And you could have made 140% profit just on the 50 and the 200. If you traded on the 7 and the 50, just on the 7 and the 50, you could have gone at 3,674 and out 10,000, that'd have been 175%, or even the top 279%. If you kind of done a trailing stop loss of say 10%, although if you'd done that, would you have been out? You'd have probably been out here if you were on a trailing stop loss. But if you just kept it in till it kind of crossed back down over, you could have still been up 179%. So I know that's a lagging indicator as well, the crossovers, but it's still a really good indicator to trade on, especially if you're a newbie and that's all you do. Thanks for that, DJ. Spot on, Steve, gold price up, crash on the way. Yeah, there definitely is a crash on the way. Tim Gash, there was a load of Tether mintage yesterday and then BTC dumped. Do you think this pumped? Sorry. Do you think this rise is sustainable? We'll see a pump when the money goes back into Tether. See what happens here, Tim. We'll have to look at this kind of psychology of this. If we look at the psychology of this, most people are not going to know about this kind of 100 million that was put into Tether. Did I have that in the news stories? Yeah, I did. Tether prints 100 million USDT as crypto players move billions in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Most people are not going to know about that. What they're going to see is Bitcoin going up past 12,000. Then they're going to see it going up past 13,000. Then they're going to think, oh shit, I need to get in just now. I need to sell my alts and get into Bitcoin. So they'll start doing that at 14, 15,000. It'll keep going up. Then other people will see it, retail investors, newbies will come in and go, oh shit, that's Bitcoin going up again. It's probably going to reach its all-time high. We're going to jump in just now. We'll buy at 15,000 up to 20,000. Kind of obviously the institutional investors are already in there as well, and they'll be looking at coming back down. But this could sustain a rise up to its all-time high, and that's how it's probably going to do it because of this FOMO effect. So as I said, you or I, or most people on this channel watching just now, will know about Tether printing 100 million, and usually what happens is it goes up. However, most people won't. They won't see that. They'll just see the rise and rise of Bitcoin, and they'll try and get in. So it'll probably sustain it because of market psychology or mass psychology, and looking at that kind of psychology side of it, and just saying, well, it's probably going to keep on rising. So we'll see where it goes from here. So it's going to be critical at around about the 12,900 level and 12,600 level. And if it can go up further, if it goes past 15,000, it's going to get worse. And when I say it's going to get worse, I'm talking about the FOMO is going to get worse, because more and more people are thinking, right, I should come out. The thinking just now, should I come out of vaults and go to BTC? But when it gets to 15,000, that's when they'll probably make the decision to just say, right, I'm out of vaults, I'm into BTC. And the retail investors are going to do the same. Right, I'm going to jump in now. The newbies have been sitting on the sideline. So I think you're going to get a lot of that. And then when it gets to its all-time high, then you're really going to get real FOMO in as well. I think that's what's going to happen, or what could happen. Daniel Wilson, I'm holding my bags through the cold winter. It's been a really cold winter. Gordy Boy, always watch Crown's Crypto Cave in the afternoon. Guys, excellent. I'll need to Crown's Crypto Cave. Never seen him, I don't think. I'll just have a wee search. Crown's Crypto Cave.
Welcome back to...
Excellent, that's another one to add. Subscribe. I don't want occasional, I just want all of them. Right, so I want all of them. So you have to remember and do that kind of bell thing a couple of times. I'll check that out. Thanks for the recommendation there, Gordy Boy. Mike D is in the house this morning, one of our brown admins. Haven't seen you for a while, mate. And saying sorry I'm late. Good to see you, buddy. B, thanks again, Steve. Enjoy your Bitcoin profits today. Oh yes, indeed. Gordy Boy always on at 3 PM. Crypto Don Juan, known as a man deaf. Check him out. Right. Known as a man deaf. Known as a man deaf. Check him out. Right, I need to, well, I've kind of subscribed there, so I'll just check him out. Or is that another one you're recommending, DJ? Okay, I think that is enough time for just now. We'll just have another look at the Bitcoin price. Still going up. Yep, so we can see we could have a kind of cup and handle formation there on two occasions. Probably this occasion here, around about the 2,600 level, down a wee bit, then push right through there and right up past 13,000. So we've got a kind of cup and handle formation forming at the moment on the daily. So that's what could happen. Crown is a man. Definitely check him out. Ah, right, I'm with you. I'm with you. See, is there any way to set price alerts on a coin if you're not watching the charts all day? You can if you're using TradingView, Joe. You can if you're using TradingView. I've not done it myself, but I know you can set a price alert. 1 second, I'll right click here. Add alert. So it's just right clicking and add alert. A certain price, you can add alert, I would imagine. We'll just say BTC USD crossing over value and say value is 13,000. And show pop-up. You can notify on app, open-ended, send email, play sound as well for the sounds. Beep beep. Yep, so you can do it that way. So just right click it and add the alert there. I've never used that myself, to be honest, Joe, but I know there was a way of doing it. So I hope that helps. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Hopefully you have a brilliant day. Hope you have a good trading day, or just watching kind of Bitcoin going up. If you're kind of into Bitcoin just now, that is good. And I think it's a safe place to be at the moment. But if you're doing that, good luck with everything. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Hopefully I'm doing news. I'll keep on saying I'm going to do the news edition, but I always get stuck in something. I was doing the bathroom again yesterday, We're still doing up the house, still doing up the flat. We've got wee bits to do till it's all finished up. Then we've got one room, and we're actually we're actually thinking about selling it. Actually thinking about flipping it because we've enjoyed the process that much. We might flip the house. I've probably not come off. We've probably not added that much value, but we enjoyed the process that much that if it works out and all goes well, we might actually flip it and do it all over again. So move it in as much hassle as that was. It's been an enjoyable experience just learning about everything. Everything I've learned so far has been brilliant, and that's what I love to do, learn. And then when you learn something, you could turn it into a kind of business type of thing. So it might be CYT building business or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's what we're thinking about doing. Okay, have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing, and I'll speak to you very soon. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.